Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Akil, and I am back with another Yu Yu Hakusho review, guys. Yes, today we're talking about season 3 of Yu Yu Hakusho, aka the chapter Black Saga. And oh my gosh, guys, this season was absolutely wild. I mean, the ratings were already high on this one app I use for tracking down and logging and reviewing the TV shows I've seen. It's kind of like Letterbox. It's called Serialized. But point is that I saw pretty high ratings for this season, so I was curious to see what I was getting in for because season two was also pretty high rated. In fact, out of the four seasons, that's the highest rated, which is interesting because I did not love season two. I liked it, but I did not love it. So there's that. But season three, apart from maybe the first 5 6 episodes or so, this season is absolutely insane. It is fantastic. The stakes are so high, and the villain was insane. And this season was the first time I watched like an anime and was like, it's kind of like One Piece, where when I watched Owl Park arc, the Owl Park arc, I'm sure you can all agree with me. That was where you're like, okay, now I love this show. In Fairy Tale, I think it was early on that I fell in love with this show. But this, and for Attack on Titan, I think it was the first half of season three. It's the same, especially going into season four. Like the first couple episodes of season four, I was like, okay, now I get why people love this show. This is the first time where now I'm like, okay, now I understand why people love this show because it has an 8.5 on IMDb. There must be a reason why. I guess this is why. Chapter Black is fantastic. It's not like a perfect season or anything like that. It's not even like my favorite anime season thing like that. In fact, it's hard to say it's my favorite arc or one of my favorite arcs of anime because unfortunately they call them sagas, which is so weird. If it was called Chapter Black Arc, this is definitely going on my list of one of my favorite arcs in anime because this arc had so many twists and turns and it was done very well apart from the first couple episodes. So there's that. Now basically the story of this arc is Yusuke and his friends have to team up along with some new allies. That's all I'm going to say about that. And they have to team up and take down these seven really powerful beings, I guess. They're very gifted, they're very special, and they're led by Sensui, the main villain of the arc, and he is just insanely powerful. And if you thought Tagoro was powerful, this guy's like more powerful, I would say. So there's that. And basically the stakes are high because it's like an end of the world, like apocalyptic type situation where if they don't destroy Sensui, a bunch of dozens and dozens of demons will come and destroy and take over the earth. And it's stuff we've seen before in other films where it's like, the end of the world is coming and then the heroes have to do everything they can to save the day. Like X-Men Apocalypse, for example, is a really good example, even though people don't like that movie. But I personally love it. I don't care what anyone says. But that movie is a really good example of heroes trying to stop the world from coming to an end because his name is Apocalypse. So there's that. Not to say this guy's like Apocalypse, like he's not a god, but he's very, very powerful. So there's that. Now, in terms of the things I did like, the action, especially the final battle, is absolutely insane. There are some crazy fights here, and I feel like Kurobara actually really surprised me this season because before I was like, okay, whatever. But this season, it's like he actually felt like he grew a lot more in terms of the fighting as well. Another thing I did like was the story. I really liked what they did with the story this time around. They took it into some very different areas that I was not expecting, and I really, really liked it. Like, there was one part I was like, wait, what? Are they really going in this direction? And just when you think they do, they don't, which is kind of annoying, but I really, really liked about it. And then one final thing I would say in terms of the positives is the villain. Sensui is insane. He has by far probably the most darkest backstory I've ever seen for any anime villain or any anime character by far. And it's no wonder why he's so messed up. He is insanely powerful and evil, but you understand where he's coming from. And at the end of the arc, they do such a good job of making you kind of sympathize with him, which is so crazy to think about. I never expected that at all. Even Yusuke, and I'm not trying to spoil it, maybe see something in him that we don't, but in all honesty, they did a really good job with his character. I think this is by far one of my favorite villains in all of anime. Sensui's like top tier villain, I would say. Like he's Doflamingo level powerful. I mean, I know Doflamingo is like another type of villain, like I shouldn't compare, but this is probably maybe for a lot of you guys when you saw this in the 90s or whatever, maybe in the 2010s, whatever. Point is that I'm sure when you saw this, you're probably like, wow, this is a really good villain. Like, this might be one of the first early anime villains that people generally fell in love with. Because this is, a 90s anime, so there's that. Like, this predates One Piece even. Like, One Piece came out 999. This arc, I think, came out 994, I believe, so there's that. Now, going into the negatives, the two things I really didn't like, first, like I said, those first couple episodes, honestly, now that I think about it, were kind of unnecessary. I mean, they could have made the season shorter. And speaking of which, the pacing, especially towards the like end of the arc, like the last three, four, like the last couple episodes, kind of dragged for me. Like the final battle felt pretty dragged out overall. But in 28 episodes, I feel like I got what I wanted. But it definitely could have been condensed to maybe even 20 episodes, I would say. Like cut out 8 episodes, it would have been so much better paced. The first half sets up the arc perfectly, and the second half is like where everything comes together. So there's that. Like you don't need the final battle to be like so many episodes. It doesn't make sense. So there's that. But overall, guys, I loved Yu Yu Hakusho season 3. The chapter Black Saga was amazing. As a final score, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was really well done. I mean, apart from those two things, they do kind of hold it back for me. I wish I could give it a 9. But I can't. I can't. I mean, honestly, like it's that good. Even Koenma, a character that I didn't really care about. Wow, they actually gave him some depth as well this season. That is really, really good. I love when shows do that. Even in the case of anime, like later on season, like the follow up seasons from the previous season before it, or the first season in general, it's like it's so different tonally. This is very different to even season two, and season two got pretty dark and intense, especially towards the end with Tagore and stuff. But this season overall is dark, I would say, almost right from the get go. So there's that. So guys, those are my thoughts on Yu Yu Hakusho season 3. We're still in November, so I should be able to get out my season 4 review pretty soon, because if I watch 5 episodes a day, it should take me roughly around 4 days since it's 18 episodes. Because the last day, I'll just finish it with the last 3 episodes, kind of how I did with this. But man, season 3 was great. That's all I have to say. I've not seen Venom yet. I still want to at some point. And Mufasa, Sonic, I should be able to get out this year before the end of the year. Nosferatu, I don't know. There's a new Anthony Mackie movie that just came out, sci-fi movie. I don't know how I'm gonna see that. I probably have to figure out a way to see it. Red One, I heard was not that good. I don't think I'll see that in the theaters though. So there's that. But overall, guys, there's just keep an eye out for a movie review coming in the near future, and my Yu Yu Hakusho season 4 review. So there's that. I still have, of course, one more anime review planned for the rest of the year, guys, in terms of like a new show. So there's that. But guys, we seem to be on track so far. Again, I loved Yu Yu Hakusho season 3, the chapter Black Saga. Tell me what you think about it in the comments down below, guys. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. My name's Akil, otherwise known as the comic director, and I'm signing out.